Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic. Sorry, I just realised I had the wrong glasses on. That wouldn't do, would it? Where we're going to be having a look at a puzzle that, well, it's slightly terrifying. I recognise elements of this rule set. It's called Clapping on the 1 and 3, and it's by Cris Moore. And it has a rule set very similar to an icy fruit puzzle I did a few months ago, which was monstrously hard and I think took me 4 hours. This is not meant to take 4 hours, though it does have 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. I especially don't think it's going to be a walk in the park because Cris Moore is none other than Professor Cris Moore of the Santa Fe Institute, who some of you may know. Chris appears on podcasts and things like that, talking about very erudite things indeed. He's quite a well-known physicist, mathematician, and all-round polymath. So I always get tremendous imposter syndrome when I even begin to contemplate the quality of intellects that watch this channel. It is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm going to do my best. Do my best with this one. The rules are very simple, but it's not quite Sudoku today. We've got to put the digits 1 to 7 in the grid, but in every row, column, and box, you have to put 2 1s and 2 3s, as well as the digits 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. That's my prediction. But I'm looking forward to having a go at it, and I'll read you the rules properly in a moment or two's time. Now, let me look at my long list of things to talk about before we get cracking today. Oh, and by the way, Chris also, I think he travels a bit, and he offered to take Mark and I out to dinner when he was next in London. Well, I mean, we would be honoured if that is a real offer, Chris. We would be absolutely thrilled to meet you. I mentioned that. I mentioned that by the by. We are streaming. We are streaming tonight at 10 p.m. UK time. We'd love to have your company if you're free. We're going back to the Blueprints mansion, and who knows how that will go. I predict. I don't know. I don't even know what to predict, but we are going, and I will try and remember to put a link on the screen in case you want to watch. Next, this is the wrong piece of paper. I've got the wrong glasses, the wrong piece of paper. That's not going to do me any good at all. Yeah, other things. There are many other things to tell you about apart from Blueprints. There was a bonus video on the channel this morning at 10 a.m. UK time. It's part of the series of solves we've been doing, where I get to solve with a viewer. And Anna won last month's competition, so she and I did battle with a Marty Sears puzzle. You can watch that video now. I really enjoy making those videos, and Anna does a stellar job, as so many of the solvers have done, or the viewers have done when we've done those solves together. If you want a chance to win this month's competition, have a go at this competition that's live right now over on Patreon. Put out more flags. Let's see where we're up to. We were at 480 yesterday. Yeah, 526. It's gone up by nearly 50 overnight. Incredible work by all of you. Competition closes on the 20th. You only have to solve 7 Sudokus by then. How hard can it be? I don't think the puzzles aren't that trivial, actually. I think it's fantastic work, but you'll definitely get through them if you give them a try. If you do get stuck as well, go over to the Discord server, where there is help available. Now, the other thing to mention is, of course, our brand new app, which came out just a couple of days ago, Classic Sudoku Volume 2, filled with amazing classic puzzles. They're all handmade, of course, but we've been helped to create this one by the folk over at Nikoli and by Sam Cappleman-Lynes. The quality of the puzzles is off the charts. It is off the charts. If you are a fan of the plain old classic Sudoku, the one that you get on the back of your newspapers, well, let me tell you, you will never have seen puzzles like these before. These are absolutely awesome, and they're an awful lot of fun. I think they might reawaken people's love for the classic puzzle. I just wish newspaper editors would realise that handmade classics they're a completely different puzzle, frankly, to the machine-generated pap that we have to put up with in our Western newspapers at the moment. Anyway, I will not get on my high horse about that. I will instead talk about other things. Actually, speaking of viewers who've solved with me, get well soon, Erin. Some of you may remember Erin. Erin was just an amazing brain. I solved with Erin a few months ago, and I think she's been unwell. And anyway, your partner Liz wrote to me, Erin, and said you'd been unwell. And could I wish you well? Of course I can. I hope you get well soon. I hope you're still able to watch the videos. Yeah, I hope there's some cake available. Cake can help with all sorts of things. Oh, now the next one is a happier announcement, a very happy announcement, frankly. I need to say congratulations to Drew and Rebecca, who this morning had their first child. Naomi Grace was born just this morning. Isn't this fantastic? And I've got a picture. Look. Oh, she's an absolute heartbreaker. I'm absolutely thrilled for you both. Apparently they plan to have chocolate cake in a year's time on her first birthday. That's sensible. That is sensible. So huge congratulations to Drew and Rebecca today. Next, Ruben. Ruben, you've turned 2 today. It's just these young people. I know it's your birthday, Ruben, because your dad wrote to me. And your dad is better known to the Sudoku world as Dorlier, another maths professor who's made so many puzzles that we've enjoyed over the years on the channel. And Ruben, I hope you have a brilliant birthday, and I hope the chocolate cake is exceptionally well iced. Next, Alexander, it's your birthday. You're not turning 2 though, you're turning 22. And I know this because your girlfriend Kimberly wrote to us and told us that you love watching. Well, thank you for doing that. Many happy returns. I hope the chocolate cake's good. Next birthday is to Anastasia, who's 1 today. Isn't this amazing? Your dad Alan wrote to me, Anastasia, and told me that you scream whenever we mention cake on the channel, even though you've never had cake. Oh, it's so cute. I think today you might be having your first cake. Oh, this is a very important day, Anastasia. I hope you enjoy it. Now, the best bit is the icing. So make sure you get plenty of that. And many happy returns. Anne, over there in Warwickshire, it's your birthday today. I think you enjoy Knight's Move constraints, if I'm not mistaken, Anne. Well, there is a Knight's Move constraint in this puzzle, so that is our small birthday offering to you. I hope Morocco was good. We were sorry to miss you at Stratford this year. There was no 3 in the corner this year either. No. So we have never had the opportunity at a live event to actually sing for a 3 in the corner. Some of you will think that's a very good thing, but we didn't in Stratford last year, and we didn't in Stratford this year either. Oh dear. And then finally, the final birthday is Gage. Gage, it's your birthday, and I know this because Brioche wrote to me. Gage, I know you're doing, I think you're doing pure maths, while Brioche is doing applied maths, but the two of you both enjoy the channel. I think it's got something for pure and applied mathematicians. And Gage, I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope the cake is wonderful. And with all that said and done, let us turn our attention to the strange rules of clapping on the 1 and 3 by Cris Moore. Oh goodness, now I've noticed that my glasses, which were the wrong glasses, are also smudgy and I can't see properly, but never mind. What are the rules of the puzzle? We have got each row, column and 3x3 box contains 2 1s, 2 3s and 1 each of 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Cages sum to the total shown. I mean, look at this, it's a 4-cell 5 cage. What on earth? Oh, and digits may repeat in cages. Well, yes, that had to be the case. Digits may repeat in cages. And cells a knight's move apart must be different. So cells separated by a knight's move in chess are going to have to contain different digits. So whatever this central digit is, if it was a chess knight, it could jump to all of those orange cells. And therefore none of these orange cells can contain the green digit. And they are all of the rules. I told you they were short today. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Well, even with these strange rules, that's got to be a 1-2 pair, doesn't it? I think so, yeah. 1 and 2 add up to 3. I can't see any other way of that working. How does the 5 cage work then? What's that got in it? Oh, good grief. Right, so this is the most peculiar thing. Is this 3 1s and a 2? I can't think there's another way to do it. It's just absolutely bizarre. There isn't another way to do it, is there? I can't. If I put 2 2s in it, I will go bust. I could put 2 2s in it, because I'm allowed to repeat digits in cages, but then the other 2 digits would have to both add up to 1. No, it doesn't work. So it is. I don't really know how to pencil mark this. It's 3 1s and a 2. What on earth? How am I going to pencil mark that? Because this looks just mad. It looks completely mad. I can't put 3 1s into those cells. There's only 2 1s in every box. And there's only 1 2 in every box. Right, so these 3 digits here are 2 1s and a 2. And that is interesting, I think. Oh, this is doing my head in, but no, actually what I was about to say is even wrong. It's wrong. I was about to say something that's just not true. How do you do? There's something weird I'm not understanding about this. So these 3 cells contain 2 1s. Okay, I can do partly what I was planning to do. Those 2 digits do have to be different, because they are a knight's move apart. So we can't fill these cells. These cannot both be 1. They can't. One of those is the 2. So that is not a 2 and that is a 1. Because these 3 digits are 2 1s and a 2, and these are a 1 2 pair. Right, so this is a 1. Now, but that doesn't help at all. It doesn't help at all. That could be a 1, because I can have 2 1s in this column. That could be a 1, and that could be a 2, and then this would be a 1. I almost think this has been designed as a joke, this puzzle. I like just because it would be funny to try and force someone to solve this nonsense. What on earth is this? Do you have to have 2 1s in the 6 cage? You might do. If you didn't, you could have 2 2s in it. Yeah, no, you do. You do. You definitely do. Because, yeah, we can repeat 3s, but we can't repeat. Well, even if you could repeat 2s, and you can repeat 2s, you could have 2s in those cells, for example. Oh, goodness me, this is like this one. This could have 3 1s in it and a 3. Okay, but it must have 2 1s, because if it didn't have 2 1s, the minimum you could make it up with is a 1, 2 2s, and a 3. And that adds up to too much. That adds up to 8. So there are 2 1s in here. I see. How do I pencil mark this? What? Okay, there are at least 2 1s in here. There might be 3 1s, although if there are 3 1s, I couldn't put, these can't both be 1. Does one of these have to be a 1? Is that the point? If neither of these was a 1, this could be 2 1s, but then these 2 digits would have to add up to 4 with, yeah, there is definitely a 1 in here, I think. Although this puzzle is so weird, I'm sort of starting to question everything. You can't really, or at least I'm struggling to do Sudoku here. And you might all be laughing and go, you always struggle to. I know I always struggle to do the Sudoku parts of the Sudoku puzzles that we have to solve every day. But this is particularly horrible because I think there does have to be a 1. If there was no 1, that would be a minimum of 2 plus 3, wouldn't it? And then these would have to add up to 1. So there is a 1 here. There is a 1 here. Okay, all right, I'm going to take a different tack then altogether because I don't understand how to do this. I'm actually going to highlight cells that can't be 1. So I'm going to say those digits are not 1s anymore. I know that there's 2 1s in there, so these digits can't be 1s anymore. Now, I know there's not 2 1s in here. I know there's at least 1 1 in here, but there might be 2 1s. And if there were 2, if there weren't 2, oh, that, okay, yeah, got it. If there weren't 2 1s in here, then this would be a 1 and a 2 at a minimum, and then these would have to add up to 3 at a maximum. And I can't do that, because the only way these could add up to 3 or less is if they're a 1-2 pair, which they can't be, because I can do Sudoku with 2s. There is only 1 2 in this row, so I can't put 2 in here. Yeah, that's the way to do it. The minimum sum of this is actually, because I can't do double 1, and I can't repeat the 2, it's a minimum of 1 plus 3, and it therefore is 1 plus 3, and this is double 1. Okay, that is easier than I was making it. Right, now these all can't be 1. Neither can these. So, so now... Does there have to be, or there doesn't have to be a 1 and a 6k? Oh no, the 6k could be double 3. Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, Bobbins, this is ridiculous. Hang on, right, so... No, I keep looking at this cage thinking I can do something with it, but I don't think I can. Oh, I know what I can do. Yeah, that digit can't be a 1, can it? Because that cell is indisputably, so's that one. These 2 cells are both indisputably a knight's move away from a 1. And the rules say that these can't be 1s. Yeah, okay. So those 2 can't be 1s because, again, there's a knight's move constraint here. That can't be a 1 because that cell is seen by this 1. Oh, this is... Ah, right, so now... Right, so now in the middle row of the grid... where am I putting the ones? I don't know, but they've got to be in there, don't they? There've got to be 2 ones in there, so that can't be a 1, because that would be 3 ones in this box. This is absolutely weird. Now that cell now is a 2. That's huge, because these had to be different. There's lots of things going on now, but now we know that the 5 cage is it was 3 ones and a 2. So now all of these can't be 1. That one and that one can't be 1. This one sees that one. Right, so in row 5, where are the ones? The only places now are in these cells. We've actually got a start here, which is very odd indeed. Now that can't be a 1, because that would be a knight's move away. These 2 can't be 1s. Now, can that... Oh! Okay, that definitely can't be a 1. I think it couldn't have been a 1 anyway, but it definitely can't be a 1. Because it would have an 8 with it in the cage, and 8 is not a digit in this puzzle, so sorry, I could have done that immediately. I probably should have thought about this as regards that cage, but now this is a 1, isn't it? I've got to put 2 1s in this box. Oh, and that's great. So now this is a 3. Because these are a knight's move away. Okay, we're making a start now. All of this column can't have 1 in it. This can't be a 1. This can't be a 1 by knight's move. No, that one can't be a 1 by knight's move from this one. This row has got 1s in it already. No, this is good. This is great. Right. In box 3, I've got to put some 1s in. I can't put 2 of them there, because that would be 3 1s in this column, so I must put 1 here. And oh, it's so weird that you can't do Sudoku at all. There's an 8 cage. Okay, let's think about that. That's an 8 cage. It can't have 3 1s in it. That is true, because it's all in box 2. So yeah, okay, it's got to have 2 1s in it. It's got to. Because if it didn't, the digits that were not 1 would be a minimum of 2 plus 3 plus 3. Because you can repeat the 3. Now that's already 8. So there are 2 1s in there. I mean, that's the most stupid pencil mark ever. I mean, that can't be a 1. So either... Okay, so again, it's the same trick. These can't both be 1, because then you'd have 3 1s in this row. So that is definitely a 1. And one of these 2 is a 1, so this is not a 1. And now this one sees that cell, so that isn't a 1. So this is a 1, and now this cell sees that. This is brilliant, Chris. It is absolutely brilliant. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's incredibly weird, but in the sort of best ways. Now what do we do? Those can't be 1s. So I've got 2 1s in my 14 cage. So, right. The other 2 digits in here have to add up to 12, so we sort of know that they've got to be 5 and 7, because we can't use 8s and 9s. And this one can't be a 1, because of the funny rule, the knight's move rule. Now, that one can't be a 1 either. Yeah, we can't. It's the same trick again. We can't put 2 1s here because there'll be 3 1s in column 5. So this is a 1. Now that doesn't do it. I was about to say that can't be a 1, but we already knew that. So one of these is a 1. And whichever one of these is a 1. Oh, right, okay. So if this was a 1, both of these couldn't be 1. And I'd only be able to put 1 1 in my 14 cage, so that is not a 1. So this is a 1, and that one sees that one, which means these 2 are 1s, and this is a 5 7 pair. This is just fabulous. Now I'm going to get rid of all my shading, because I've done all my 1s, I think. I'm just going to double check, but that felt That felt reasonably logical at the end. Right, so now what we need to do, does this have to... Oh no, that could be double 3. I was going to say, does that have to be 2, 4? I wonder if I should do the same thing with 3s though. That might be the thing that you're meant to do. See, that could be double 3. In this 8 cage, if that's double 3, it would add up to 8. What's this 25 cage? That's much bigger than I've sort of given it any... Because, yeah, that is much bigger, isn't it? Because with 8 and 9 not being available, that's going to be close to being a maximum, I think. You could put 2 7s in it. And then the other 2 digits would still have to add up to 11. So it doesn't... Yeah, this has to be double 7, 5, 6, I think. If it didn't have double 7 in it, how would it work? It could have 2 6s and a 5. That's not enough. That's only 24. So it has got double 7. So there is a 7 in one of those, and there's a 7 in one of those. Because weirdly, okay, I can do Sudoku with 7s because they aren't these polluted digits. Now, so we can ask where 7 goes in column 4. It can't be in those cells anymore, so it's up there. Well, it was never going in the 8 cage anyway. Right, so we've got 14 for 2 of the digits here. The other 2 digits, without using another 7, have to add up to 11. So they are going to be a 5 and a 6. So this is 5, 6, and 7 in some order. Sorry, I know I've stopped talking. I'm not exactly sure what to do with that. Right, so is it to do with 2 in this box? Because again, 2 is a digit we can do Sudoku with, and we can do Knight's Move with. So 2 is in one of these. 2 can't be there. 2 is almost locked into the 6 cage. Okay, so the 6 cage is either 2, 4 or double 3. So it is limited. Now, is that the same here? Because these add up to 6 without using 1. So it is. They're either 2, 4 or they're double 3. Now, if this was 2, 4 and this was 2, 4, that would be a 4 in column 4. I don't know if that's okay or not. And the 9 cage, I've got this 8 cage which hasn't got a 1 in it. So this is either, let me just check, it's either 2, 6 or 3, 5. It can't be double 4, not even in this puzzle. Now if it's 2, 6, I can do Sudoku with the 2. So it would be 2, 6 like that, or it's 3, 5. Which I can't really do anything with, I don't think. So 7 and 4 in this box are in those cells. I mean, I might as well notate that in case that... No, I don't think it does anything. And the 9 cage here is either going to be 2, 7... Oh, that's got horribly... No, that's got loads of options. It could be 2, 7, 3, 6 or 4, 5. So I think it's the Knight's Move. It's something to do with... Or it might be the 3s. But I hardly know anything about 3s. It's so strange. I mean, if you look at this box, for example, I can say indisputably that those 2 can't be 3s, because they are a Knight's Move away from a 3, but I can't say that this can't be a 3, because even though it's in the same column as the 3, it absolutely could be a 3. It's so peculiar. Now, alright, the other thing we could do is to try and focus on digits where I am allowed to do Sudoku. 2s. I am... No, I thought that was going to do something. I am allowed to do Sudoku on 2s, and I'm allowed to do knights moves on 2s as well. Yeah. Yes. Okay, no. No. So 2's got 3 positions, I think, in box 1. I mean, that does weird things, like it rules 2... Oh, but 2 couldn't go here anyway, because I already knew this was a 2, apparently. So 2 is in one of those 3. We don't know whether this is 2 or not. 2 can't go there for 2 reasons. Firstly, it's in the same column as a 2, and it's a knight's move away from a 2. I can do Sudoku with 5, 6 and 7. So that must matter somehow. Does that mean that can't be 5, 6 or 7? Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that digit... let me just... If that was 5, 6 or 7, then where does it go in there would be the question. Given it clearly, by Sudoku, which I am allowed to do with 5, 6 and 7s, it couldn't go in those 3 if it was there, and it couldn't go there by knight's move. Right, so that is not 5, 6 or 7. That is 3 or 4, I'm going to claim. Now, if that was 4... Thing is, if it's 3, you can't really do... You can't, like, use Sudoku... Wait, no, in fact, no, that's weird. That is weird. Ah, no, and what I was saying was wrong. I was about to say you can't do Sudoku because you would go 3, 3, and that would be a 3, and they would be a knight's move apart, and that's... So that digit can't be a 4. I mean, how can that be a thing in this puzzle? But it's true. If that's a 4, you can't put 4 in this box because it couldn't go there, and it doesn't seem to be able to go there. So that digit in this box is either a 3. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, it could... Hang on. No. I'm not sure it can be a 3 even. Oh, this is so weird. Sorry, I've got to just move the golf tees sticking into me. If that's a 3, how do we put 2 3s in this box? Which we have to do that. So if that's a 3... This cannot be a 3 anymore because the knight's move does apply. Therefore, both 3s would go in row 4, and I get 3 3s in row 4. So that not only can this not be a 3, it can't be a 4. So this is 5, 6 or 7. And it is one of those digits. But I don't think I know which one it is. Although that might be something I'm meant to know. And I can do Sudoku with this digit in this box. So this digit is in one of those 3 cells. Oh, this is a mad puzzle. It's mad. Okay, and the same trick I did with this one, I can do with this cell, can't I? But it's not quite as good. Although, does it give me... I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. Well, this digit can't be 5, 6 or 7 for the same reason. So it is a 2, 3 or a 4. And that, I mean, that looks like a triple for all the world, but I don't think it is. Does that see anything that I could use a knight's move on? So, yeah, so I've got 2, 4. And double 3, haven't I, which could go here. If that was... Oh, mate, so maybe I do have to think more about 3s. I'm sorry if this is obvious to everybody. It could well be. I think there's a way of thinking about this puzzle that makes it make sense, and I haven't discovered what that is yet. But having said that, where am I meant to look next? Okay, let's just have a think about 3s. What can we say about 3s? I've got 1 3 in the grid. So, I don't know what that means. If that was double 3, that would be a 2, wouldn't it? That is certainly true. So one of these would be a 4. These couldn't be double 3. Oh, okay. So if that was double 3, 3 would be really restricted in this box because it couldn't go in those 2. And it couldn't go in those. So it would be, 3s would go in those positions. So I'd have all my 3s in column 8 catered for. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh, no, it's easier than that. Right. This isn't double 3 because there's the knight's move constraint as well operating in this box that I can't just apply to this 3. Yeah, if this is double 3, the point is these 3s now, they see all sorts of cells in this box. They see that one by knight's move, that one, that one. In fact, there's nowhere for a 3 that's legitimate because the bottom row is ruled out by the double 3. And the knight's move rules out everything else. Okay, that's again. I mean, it's straightforward if you see it, which I didn't. But now this is a 3. So I've got 2 3s in the grid. I'm going to give those a colour, and I'm going to label cells. Well, am I? Yeah. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. I can do knight's move in the box. That can't be a 3 because it would be a knight's move away from a 3. So that is a 3. And this is a 5 or a 6. It's whatever's not used. Ah, this is important. Yeah, because remember there's a 7 in here. So this digit is appearing in here, but it's not in there, and it's not there by knight's move. So it's there, and that means this is a 7. And a 7 I can play Sudoku with, so that's a 7. And now we've got a little bit of extra knowledge. These 2 digits are the same thing, and that's some sort of other thing. So that 5 6 goes there. That's just forced by Sudoku. Now, so I don't quite know, do I? This digit is definitely restricted. It's 2 3. It's 3 or 4. But again, I don't think I'm allowed to do. They could be double 3. They could be 3 and 4. The only thing they can't be is double 4. Is it blue in this box here? That one. Okay, blue, yeah, blue is a bit restricted. Actually, no, here's a much better question. Where's blue in box 3? I can use the knight's move. I'm allowed to do Sudoku with the blue digit because it's not a funny old digit. And now, blue, I think, has one possible place in box in box 6. I'm definitely double checking that. It can't be in those cells, and that one sees those two. So it's this digit now. That's the blue digit. So now, I don't know. This can't be 5. If that was 5, yeah, this has been so well put together. It's brilliant, isn't it? If this is 5, neither of those can be a 5. I know one of these is a 5 because these are a 5-7 pair, so it's 6. So these are 6. This is 5. There's a 6 here. There's a 6 in one of those two cells. Now, can we... Oh, yeah, look. We're going to be able to do more. Oh, yes, we can. We can. Where's 6 in box 1? It can't be a knight's move away from itself, so it's shunted aggressively into that 8 cage where it must partner up a 2. So that's the blue digit. This is now a 6 by Sudoku. Double click the 6s. Can we do better? Nah, no. We've got a sort of a deadly pattern of 6s that no knight's move seems to be interfering with, unfortunately. Okay, well it's still good. We're still better than we were. So the 5 digit then is in one of those cells now. That's definitely true. So 5 I think is in one of those two. Let's just double check that. It can't be there, and that's a knight's move away, so it is in one of 2 places. What does that mean? I don't know. It is in one of those 2, but I don't know which one. It's not there, there, or there. So it's in one of those 4 places in box 9. That's a horrendous thing to even contemplate, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Can I... 7? Is that where we're meant to look next? It could be. I've got 2 7s. Let's give them their own colour just to make it fair. Actually, I don't think it's very obvious to me what 7s mean. Can I do Sudoku somehow on those? I must know whether they're 2-4. If they're 2-4, that would be a 4 in column 4. Is that broken? Then that would be double 3, and that would be 5. And then 5 would be in one of those 2. It doesn't seem terribly likely to me. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to label everything in the grid that can't be 3. I think that's got to be... I'm not sure. Sorry, I know I'm getting myself in a pickle here because I don't know what to do. Right, 1s can't be 3s. All of these can't be 3s. Now, what else? That can't be a 3 by knight's move. 2 and 4 can't be 3. That can't be a 3 by knight's move. Is this in any way sensible? See, it's only really sensible if I delete my colouring that I've already got, which I'm really loath to do. So 3's got only 3 possible positions in box 9. I feel like that must be relevant. He says, I'm trying to see what that might mean, but can you do something with that? I don't think you can, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think this is working. Unfortunately, hang on, that can't be a... oh, hang on. Maybe I can do more. So I seem to have it down to only 3 positions in box 7 as well. So does that do something? I mean, it does do little things, actually. For instance, this can't be a 3 now, because it would rule 3 out of both of those cells and put 3 in the corner, but you'd have to put 2 3s in the corner. So that can't be a 3. That can't be a 3. Yeah, I mean, how was I meant to spot this? This is so important. Look at column 2 now. Is this even right? It is right, I think. Column 2, where do you put your 3s? There's only 2 places you can put them. They've got to be there. And that means I'm definitely not getting rid of my black shading because now these 2 cells can't be 3 because they're a knight's move away from this one. I mean, isn't it weird? I was going to just give that one a black shading. 6s are obviously, they may look blue, but they're really black shaded. 2 is black shaded. So right, there's something going on in box 2 then, isn't there? Because one possibility is that this is double 3. But if there is no 3 in the 8 cage, because it's either double 3 or it's 2 4, which is going to put 2 3s here. Right, so this is a black cell. Oh, that's nearly brilliant. It might be brilliant. No, it doesn't quite work. But it is true. Yeah, but because in this box you've either got 3s in these 2 or these 2, one of these 2 is definitely a 3, exactly one of them, and one of these 2 is definitely a 3. Now, what that means is that this is definitely a black cell, and both of these are definitely black cells. So we've really limited the final 3 position in box 1. It's in one of 2 places. I'm expecting that to do something for me. It probably does somehow. Or it could be another of these sort of column logic type problems. Yeah, I mean, we can do this, can't we? In the sense that if you look at this column, where are the 3s going? I've got 1. Therefore, one of these 2 is a 3. Now they both see that one. So if this was a 3, you couldn't put a second 3 into column 6. So that's not a 3. And now I know where all the 3s are in this column. I mean, it's just crazy. And now this, oh look, this has been available for ages. I just didn't see it. I've got all my 3s in row thingy. So row 6. And I've now got all my 3s in box 6. Okay. Yeah, this is great. So now I'm going to go to row 5 and ask where the 3s are. Now I can only put 1 in those 2, but I need 2. So this is a 3 right in the middle of the grid. And that does absolutely nothing. That's extraordinary. Oh, no. Well, it does a tiny thing. Because I know one of these lime ones is a 3, because I know the 3s are either there or they're there in box 2. That cell is no longer a 3. So one of these is a 3. One of these is a 3. Oh, this I'm sure this is close to being figure outable now. How do we do it though? Is it to do with... Cool, it nearly is. Yeah, if you look at row 6 now, we haven't put 4 and 5 in. So they are a 4-5 pair. Now, do we know anything about 4s? I mean, if that's a 4, because we could play Sudoku with 4s, it's going to make this a 4. And if this is a 5, it's going to make that a 5, and that doesn't work. Yeah, okay, so there is something going on here now. I don't really know how to show you this other than just by observation. If this was a 5, because I know the 5 in box 7 is in one of those two positions and it couldn't be a knight's move away from itself, 5 here would put a 5 here, and then I couldn't put 5 anywhere in column 2. So this is a 4, this is a 5, which we had identified as a possibility, but it's actually a certainty now. And this 4, because it can't go a knight's move away from itself or in its own column, is here, which means these are not 4, and there is a 4 in one of those two. And now these digits are known, even though one of them is a strange digit. This is 3, 5, 7. But we know this one isn't the 3, so that's 5 or 7. If it was the orange 5, it would be very useful. Okay. I don't know how we do that, although I'm very prepared to believe there is a way we're meant to do it. Okay. What do we do now? I'm almost worried about my black shading. It's totally overpowered my ability to visualize what's going on. What about this row? What do we need here? We need... Oh, these are all 2s and 3s. That's weird. This is a whole sequence of 2s and 3s because there is a single 2 and a double 3 left to place in this row. So I need a 2 somehow to look into one of these things and fix it for me. Okay, well hang on, there's a 2 here. That definitely can't be a 2. I think that's a 3. I mean, it's not brilliant, but it is a 3. And the thing is, you just can't do anything with 3s. They're just absolutely hopeless. Right, but having said that, I do now know these digits exactly, don't I? One of these is a 3, one of these is a 2, and one of these is a 6. So these are 2, 3, 6, and I know this one isn't 3. 2, 3, 6. But that doesn't mean anything for this set. It's so strange. This is the most peculiar puzzle. Oh dear. But this... hang on. This is good. This is really good. No, it's not. No, I'm wrong. Well, this can't be a 2. That seems to be true. But then it's 3 or 6. But that could be a 2, I think, if that's a 2. Oh, good grief, I don't know. Okay, here is a different question. Am I getting anything now from my black shadings? Oh, that can't be a 3. Because that would be a 6. Oh, this might be where I was meant to look then. Yeah, that's it. Where are the 3s in column 9? Oh, this is weird. This is weird. I've never had this before, and I don't think I'll ever get it again. But that means I get... How do I do this? There are 2 3s in the corner at the same time. They're 3 in the corner, they're 3 in the spotlight, losing their religion. That is really weird. Okay. Okay, that's... does that do anything? I'm looking at it thinking that must do something. I don't think it does. I mean, it's the most... So this thing is either 5-4, and then if it was 5-4, the 5 would be here, and the 4 would be here. And it's not that, because in this box, the 4 is definitely looking at this cell, right? So this has to be 2, 7. And the 2 is here. So this is 2, this is 7. That's got to be a good thing, he says. Well, that would seem to mean that 2 in this box is here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of black. I am sorry about this. I'm finding it totally overpowering. But now I've got 2, 7 here. I've got a 2 here, and they aren't... Okay, they're not a knight's move apart. Now, that can't be a 2 now. That would be most wrong. So this is a 3, and this is green. Now I've got... Okay, so now this is a 2 in this row, which means that's a 6, because I can do Sudoku whenever I'm actually allowed to. And now I've got another 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Now I want to go back to shading my 3s again. How? Okay. What we should definitely do is green our 3s. That's completely and utterly sensible. So I've got 1 3 to come in one of those 2 cells in column 7. I've got a 3 to come here. These digits I actually know. They're 3, 4 and 5, aren't they? Just sort of Sudoku. Now surely something pokes into one of these and forces it to be... What's that? That's a 4. I'll put 4. Oh, I see. Right, so that digit's knowable. That's a 5. Right, which is an orange digit. Right, that's going to be good, he says, without really any hope, but it is doing something. That's a 7, which we know is a purple digit. So these 2 digits are 6, which must be here, and something. The technical term for 7, which must be there. And now 7 is useful, because 7 can't go here by knight's move. So 7 goes there, and that makes this 3. So that's green. It still doesn't... No, it doesn't do anything. But these digits are known. That's good. Where's 4 in box 3? It can't be a knight's move away from itself. So that's 4. That's 5. That's definitely orange. This is not 4 now. So that's not 2. It would be ironic if this got resolved by Sudoku as opposed to all the other nonsense we're having to deal with. 2 is there by Sudoku. That can't be 3 or 1. That's 4. Oh, that's good. Right, that 4 is seeing that one. So that's 2. That's 4. Let's see, how can that possibly... Oh, that's now a 3. Oh, Right, that's a 3. So now this can't be a 3 because it would be too many 3s in the column. So this is a 2-4 pair, which means this is a double 3 because remember they were either going into those two or those two. So now we know where they go. They go there. This is uncoloured, and we must have virtually all our 3s in the puzzle. No, there's still other... Oh, hang on, I've got 2 3s here. Right. So these are 4 and 5, and I know the order. 4, 5. Let's get rid of the colouring for this one. 5 must be here by Sudoku, so we haven't put 7 into this box. It's got to go there. And we can do 7s. We can do Sudoku with 7s, and we must know that digit. That's that's okay. That's a 4. That works perfectly. That is a perfectly acceptable thing to do. Now, in this row, we need 5 and 7, and it's still working. I think it's working. 5, 7. This digit is now a 3 because it sees 5 and 7, and we can do Sudoku. So this is not a 3. Oh, it's not a 3. It's not a 3. 5. So that's 5. That's 7. And I haven't put... Yeah, I've not put 2... Okay. well, this is the only time I think I'll ever get to say this, but that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. That is the 4th corner 3 in this puzzle. That is absolutely ludicrous. Hang on now, I just want to do this. 6s. Yeah, we can do some more 6ing there. That is such a brilliant puzzle. It's comically... it's right. It's comically hard, for me at least. Oh my goodness me. 737 days old. Good grief, it's over 2 years old, that one. Okay, I didn't know that, but what I will say is that, Cris, that was absolutely stupendous. Weird, wonderful, magical, funny, witty, and many other adjectives besides. 4 3s in the corner. Let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.